Hello everyone, we're going to play Star Quest, and I'm actually on the final chapter of my campaign. And look at this glorious mess. It is a single mission chapter, so our heroes have spent almost every last credit on stuff. So, Sister Mirabel now has a shield. Brother Kantara, as you can see, he's now waving around a banner. He's also swapped his master pistol for a master rifle. And what else? Oh yes, he's got a power injector. Sergeant Nephim, we've upgraded him to be a forward observer, so now has the take aim ability. And Sister Belvoir, we've just loaded her up with 2 medikits and 2 curing kits. She's only along for the ride to heal people. The mission is simple, really. We're starting off in this corner where there is a ventilation system. We need to grab this canister of nerve gas, which we understand to be coded to Soul Snatcher DNA, if we can bring it back to the ventilation system and flood the installation. It will kill off all the Soul Snatchers and the cultists. There are 3 search locations, 1 over in that corner and 2 just here. I'm going to do something I don't think I've tried before, and that's have Nephim go into ambush. I am playing on difficulty level 3, which is apparently expert mode. It means we have this huge horde as the sentry units. We've got a mix of alien units and Soul Snatcher cult units, and waiting in ambush, this Shadow Leaper. Special rules. So, as always, I'm using 2/3 movements. And I thought I would try giving our heroes and the villains extra actions. So I'll try to be smart for the enemy and use extra actions appropriately. Because all these corridors are quite tight, I am not going to have models block line of sight, and you can move through friendly models as well. So I think the hero's plan is to have Nephim pop out here to grab the nerve gas, and the rest will meet him halfway on the way back, unless we get absolutely swamped, which is what I imagine will happen. Right, let's get going. We're using boarding action rules for handling doors as well. So Mirabel can rush here. Belvoir's got 2 caster points. She'll use them both on trying to cast Holy Tears, which is successful. Poison for everyone. Whoops, I forgot that Acolytes and Neophytes have a scout move, so I'll do that now and then move them normally. Okay, that's the scout moves done. There we go, here they come. I will have them split up amongst the different possible routes. Time for the awareness roll, with it being the final chapter, we add 1 to the roll. 3, so awareness goes up by 1. With this being difficulty 3, we don't get any enemy reinforcements until this reaches 18. Seems like plenty of time, right? At the start of the next round, Sergeant Nephim kicks out the grill over the vent and drops down into the storeroom right next to the nerve gas. Oh, come on, Millie. There you go. The Shadow Leaper also appears at the centre of a random table quarter. Uh-oh, that's over here. Now, Millie does give Sergeant Nephim warning cry, so we'll put the Shadow Leaper a fair distance away. Let's start our turn with Sergeant Nephim, who will try and grab the nerve gas. This is a dexterity check, 5+. That is a shame. So, what do we do? Let's take an extra action, generating 2 stress, and we'll try and pick it up again. Nope, that is still a no, and then we have our regular action. I'm using extra actions, so let's go on Overwatch. Mirabel is successfully evasive, and she's going to go on Overwatch as well, because I don't like the look of that mining laser. Kantara will rush to the door and end his activation, opening the door. And Sister Belvoir will have her take cover just around that corner. Oh, she does have light armor now. Okay, the enemy. Let's start with this mining laser. It's 3 attacks with deadly free. That's terrifying. However, it's opening the door, so that'll be -1 to hit. Shoots the mining laser at Mirabel, who has been evasive, so 6 to hit. Phew, it misses. Mirabel fires back with her flamer, -1 to hit from the Overwatch, but +1 to hit 4. It being a precise weapon, so 4s to hit. There we go. This is a blast weapon, so 1 hit for you. Ah, you save it. And 1 hit for you around the corner and no cover for you either. You're wounded. This neophyte is in charging range, so we'll do so. Running up to Mirabel. 3 strikes with a close combat weapon. Mirabel is evasive, so 5's to hit. Oh, and we've got 2 hits. Mirabel's light armor. 1 save. And let's not forget Mirabel's holy shield, so an extra roll. A 6 would be nice. So that's 1 wound. She gets to swing back with her close combat weapon. 4 dice. Quality 4, so that's 2 hits. And the neophyte takes 2 wounds. Neophyte, you need to take a morale check. If you fail, you're shaken. Haha. Over in this corner, the neophyte with the shotgun pops around the corner and blasts Belvoir. 6 dice with AP1, yikes. Yes, 5 hits. Armor piercing 1, but we have light armor and cover, so 5's to block. Not too bad, that's 3 wounds. Oh my goodness, the next neophyte has a heavy machine gun, which is 9 dice. Same again, 5's to block. 3 wounds. Whoops, that will trigger a morale check for Belvoir, which she fails, so we'll use 2 stress to pass that. This group of 3 minions can shoot their rifles way down here at Mirabel, needing 6s to hit. There's 1 hit. Light armor, shield and cover, so 3 to block. Yeah, no problem. These alien grunts are armed with bioborers. They need to get up close and personal to shoot them. However, they can't really get much further than this. I think we've got 1 bioborer in range of Mirabel. The bioborer will need a 6 to hit. There we go, Mirabel is safe. And then the rest of the enemy will move towards the AI goal. There we have it. End of the round. Awareness goes up to 2. Okay, Nephim, try a look at picking up that nerve gas again. Come on now. Yay, he's got it. Right, that Shadow Leaper's going to burst in a moment, so let us go on Overwatch again. Kantara will rush. And let's use the Trickster skill. It passes just fine, so we plop down some decoys. Right, Sister Belvoir, she's a bit effed up already, isn't she? But she does have spell casting. We've spent all 4 caster points on Righteous Wrath targeting these 2. So we need a 3 or better. Yay! So some Righteous Wrath for the shotgun neophyte. Fails to block 2 of them. And some Righteous Wrath for the machine gunner. 3 wounds. That is a kill! Woohoo! And a morale check for Joe here. He passes. Right, Belvoir will next use up one of those medkits. Beep, 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 and then blast the shotgun guy there with her own shotgun. She can use the focused fire action, so hitting on 5s makes a nice change for her. Ooh, 2 hits. And he's down. Solid turn for Sister Belvoir. And Mirabel. She becomes evasive, but sadly takes a stress for it. Right, she's going to get stuck into some melee. Here we go. 4 attacks with a close combat weapon. We have 2 hits. And 1 wound, which is enough. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, onto the Gribblies, and we're going to start with the Shadow Leaper. We'll open the door. And yes, charge. And of course, during the charge, Sergeant Nephim can fire on Overwatch. Heavy rifle, you'll need 5s, buddy. There's 1. Defense 4, but AP 1. There's a wound. Okay, this thing has 6 attacks with Razor Claws. Fortunately, they're not too bad. And -1 to hit because you had to open the door. Quality 4, so 5s to hit. 2 hits. Nephim has light armor. It takes 2 wounds. Did I forget to mention, Sergeant Nephim has an energy axe now. Yes, that was one of the things he bought. So 2 attacks. 2 hits. Nice. AP 4. See you block this. Nope, that's 2 wounds for the Shadow Leaper. Sadly, they are tough 9, so not down yet. Alright, another charge from this acolyte. Mutant claws. 6 attacks with AP 1, that's ridiculous. Okay. Only 1 hit. 6 to block. Nope, another wound for Nephim. Fatigue strikes back. No hits. This neophyte has a grenade launcher, so he's gonna fire it. 3 dice. Quality 4. 1 hit. Although the Shadow Leaper does not block line of sight, it does count as cover, so I need 4 to block. What's that? That's cocked. I'm fine. These assault grunts, they're going to charge at these decoys, and shock horror, they were decoys. Alright, time for the nasty one, this mining laser. 3 dice, evasive, so 5s to hit. Oh, no, that's not good. The mining laser is AP 3, so my shield and light armor do not help me here. 6s to block for Mirabel. Oh, there's one! So that is deadly 3, so 3 wounds. And we have an additional holy shield roll, for which we need 6s. And there's 1, so only 2 wounds. These alien grunts are going to wiggle through and fire their bioborers. 2 attacks each on Mirabel. 6s to hit. They all miss. Very good. And this group of minions will also fire their rifles over the grunt's head into Mirabel. 6s to hit. They all miss. Right, just these blobs to rush towards the AI goal. And there we go. By the way, this thing is a bio-shredder, and these are bio-spiners. Oops, rolled a 6, so awareness is up to 4. Alright, next round. Now, I am not looking forward to having Nephim deal with that Shadow Leaper all on his own, so let's go for the easy option. We've got Mirabel here with a flamethrower and some grunts nicely lined up. Alright, focus fire action. Let's see if her prosecution ammo will kick in. Flamer, hitting on 2s. There we go. Some lovely flames for each of you. We have 2 successful blocks, however, and 1 crispy critter. Well, this is why I gave Mirabel more endurance, so she'll take an extra action. Flame again. Nice hit. Some flames for the alien grunts. They both die. And some flames for the neophyte. But his armour protects him. Finally, Mirabel is successfully evasive. Right, Sister Belvoir, you'd be doing me a big favour if you can deal with this neophyte with the mining laser. So take cover there, and let's cast Eternal Flame first. Both caster points, I think. Yes, so a 3 or better would be very nice. There we go. 2 hits for this neophyte. He fails both saving throws and is down. I just looked at the enemy list, and there's supposed to be an acolyte with a heavy cutter. Must have got lost somewhere, so here he is. We'll just plop him there. Sadly, Belvoir's shotgun is out of range to hit anything, so she is successful with Healing Touch and will heal herself. Nice, fully restored. Kantara's got an energy sword and he's going to use it, so let's charge in. He's quality 5 but is a war veteran, so hitting 4s. There's 1 hit. It's rending, but it's going to be 6s to block anyway. There we go, 1 dead. Assault grunt. We'll let both of them strike back with their razor claws. Quality 5, 1 hit. Kantara has light armour, so blocking on a 5. That's 1 wound for him. Now, thanks to this ancient banner, which is fear-free, the assault grunts will need to make a morale check, which they fail. Now these grunts have adrenaline glands, which gives them no retreat. So I believe this means they are not shaken, but we roll 2 dice, and that 2 means that another 1 dies. Right, Sergeant Nephim, you're in a bit of a sticky wicket here. I don't know whether to try and kill off the Shadow Leaper, or pick off some of the smaller enemies. Let's go for the Shadow Leaper. So, focus fire action. We'll use his once per game Pathfinder's Precision, Heavy Rifle, Quality 4, so hitting on 3s. As one hit, and we get an extra hit from Pathfinder's Precision. Armor piercing 1, so blocking on 5s. 1 wound after all that. But we're not done yet. We do have a hunting beast, so we'll send Millie the Miliosaur forwards. We do take a stress for it. 2 hits, blocking on a 4. 1 wound. Well, we have some endurance to play around with. He's got endurance 6, so we are fine. Taking another action, going up to stress 5, and we're going to fire that master rifle again. Focus fire. 1 hit. Pathfinder's Precision is still active, so that is 2 hits. Armor piercing 1. They both go through. The Shadow Leaper now needs to make a morale test, and it'd be very nice if it fails it. It passed. Right, good effort, Nephim, but I think you're probably dead now. Let's see what happens though. It's the enemies to move. Alright, we'll have these 3 minions shuffle this way a bit so they can all shoot at Sister Belvoir with rifles. No hits. Jolly good. This assault gun charges at Kantara for some fatigued razor claw strikes. No hits. Kantara swings back with his energy sword, also fatigued. No hits. Alright, these grunts are going to see if they can get all their guns to bear on Kantara. His spine has a really short range. There we go. So with my 2/3 measuring, only the Bio Shredder is in range. So 2 attacks, 1 hit. Right, let's see if it bounces off the armor. Yes, Kantara's just fine. Okay, this unpleasantness next. So we'll start with this Acolyte with Mutant Claws charging in. 6 dice. Quality 4. Only 1 hit. Armor piercing 1. Oh! Nice dodge, Nephim. You can strike back now with... yes, you've got an energy axe, haven't you? 1 hit. Maybe I should have saved that swing back for the Shadow Leaper. Anyway, saving throw for the Acolyte, who also dodges. The Shadow Leaper leaps. 6 Razor Claw attacks. Quality 4, 2 hits. Nephim dodges, very good. Swings back with his energy axe. He's fatigued. Any 6s? No. But he's alive. For now. Okay, this neophyte will plunk a grenade over to Nephim. And hits. It's only a grenade though. But that is a wound. Right, this mutant with a horrible snipper will rush, which will bring him here. And the minions and the little psycho grunt have moved up here. That's the end of the round. Alright, next round. Poor Sergeant Nephim, he thought he was going to make a sneaky getaway. He's trapped in the corner now. Let's start with Mirabel. And is that flamer in range of the assault grunt? I think so. There we go. Flames for everyone. 1 for the assault grunt. He dodged. And 2 for these grunts here. They are both burnt. Mirabel is successfully evasive, and then a morale check for this grunt. You're all shaken, buddy. I could do with this assault grunt going away, so let's bring up Sister Belvoir. Belvoir will try and zap the assault grunt with Eternal Flame using both caster points. Success, 2 hits. And there we go. And how about a little bit of healing touch on Mirabel? The skill is successful, so we get 3 wounds restored. Very nice. Kantara, he uses the sneak attack skill, which is a lovely skill for these tight corridors. He's going to charge around the corner here, attack these minions, and because they could not see him, he gets +1 to hit. So what have we got? Quality 5, War Veteran, Sneak Attack, Freeze to hit. Only 1 hit after all that. Can the minion block? No, so we have cut down the minion. Then they get 2 little knife stabs back, both missing. Let's throw in a cheeky extra action and fire the Master Heavy Rifle at this neophyte here. 2 hits. Armor piercing 1, but we'll give you some cover from the wall there. 1 wound. Now, despite only taking one casualty, the minions still need to make a morale check because of the ancient banner. They fail and are shaken. Okay, Sergeant Nephim, buckle up and send out Millie, the Miliosaur, first to attack the Shadow Leaper. Is the skill successful? No, it's not, so you take a stress, which could be your last stress point. And then our little critter will inflict 2 hits. 1 is saved, 2 is saved. Nothing for it then, other to do focus fire with the rifle. 1 hit. AP1, so 5's to block. It's blocked. Okay. Right, I didn't want to have to do this. We're going to do an extra action, which will inflict 2 wounds on Nephim. And he's going to use his forward observer, take aim, for a +1 bonus to hit with his rifle. With focus fire as well, we're hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Will the rifle shots penetrate the Shadow Leaper's armour? Yes. With 9 wounds total, the Shadow Leaper is down. Oh, and actually, since take aim doesn't require line of sight, Kantara will get a take aim bonus next time he shoots. Morale check for Nephim now, because he's hit 6 wounds. Quality 4. He's shaken. Do I want to spend more stress? No. Yes. That'll take him up to 8 wounds. I'm going to let these minions charge, even though they don't have line of sight. It would just make sense for them to rush around the corner. Yeah, stabby stab with little knives on the back of Mirabel. Needing 6s to hit, there's 1. She should be able to block it now, she's got a shield and light armour, there we go. And she spins around and goes kill crazy, 4 dice. 2 hits. Neither of which is blocked. Morale check for the survivor, I would say. He's okay. Alright, let's get it over with. This acolyte moves in. 6 mutant claws. Where did that one go? So we've got 3 hits. Armor piercing 1, so 6s to block. And Nephim's down. So that leaves this acolyte to just move up, as does the neophyte. You unshake, and you can hunker down, yes. Same for you, Grunty, you can hunker down, and Psycho Grunt, I guess, you just stay there. End of the round. Awareness leaps up to 7.